You still keep them. Oh no, you should keep them waiting room. Wait, Sha, tell me no fire again.
You turn the clock off. So just work.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. And thank you for joining us in today's DigiSkill webinar. So this webinar is being organized by KilSah Consulting. So KilSah Consulting is a business support organization to support the growth of micro, small, and medium enterprises and entrepreneurs. We organize trainings, we do consultations. Can you hear me? Please confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you very much. So we do business advisory, we do consultation, we do trainings, we do digital trainings, we do online trainings, we do on-site trainings to support the growth of micro, small, and medium businesses. So you're all welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be starting in a few minutes. So if we don't mind, I want us to give at least 2-3 minutes to see if we can get others join. As soon as we get to 20, we can kickstart. I don't know if that's fine with you, Mr. Ishmael.
That's perfectly fine with me. That worked for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you everyone for joining. We'll be starting right away. So our moderator for today is Mr. Ovie. Over to you, Mr. Ovie.
All right, good morning, everyone. Please confirm you can hear me. I want to feel some excitement in the room. So just do me a favor, just unmute yourself and just say one or two things with an emoji. Oh, Temi Tope, nice. Can we have another emoji? Oh, you can hear me. Access Printing, thank you for joining. Who again is there? All right, we can see. Come on, give me some excitement. Brenda Cakes, thank you for joining. Let's have some more excitement. All right. All right. Okay, I can hear you. All right. Perami Omolara. All right. Thanks for joining, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Okay, let me just get two more persons, then we'll kick off. Chuku Emeka. Oh, I can see you dancing. Oh, all right. All right. One more person. One more person. One more person. Give me that excitement. Give me that excitement. One more person before we kick off. Who will be the last person for today before we kick off? All right, all right, all right. Thank you, Linda, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Ovie King, and I'll be moderating the session. We want to appreciate KilSah Consulting for putting up together our wonderful webinar, and we trust that would have an awesome time. We also want to appreciate the speaker for giving us this wonderful opportunity. KilSah Consulting is an international business support organization, and we are here to empower women in business. Now, for the DigiSkill project, the DigiSkill project is a dynamic program designed to empower young people, young adults between the ages of 18 to 30 from across Nigeria. And in partnership with KilSah, we have been doing this for quite some time. And we trust we're going to have an exciting session today. So please, we urge us to avoid any form of distraction. The theme today is using project management tools in starting and growing your business. So whether you are starting your business or whether you want to scale your business, you need this topic. So we are here to learn, to unlearn, and we just want to crave your indulgence. Please avoid any form of distraction as we delve to the topic for today. We have a very interesting speaker for today. When I got his profile, I was like, our speaker is actually loaded, robust, and resourceful. I'm going to be sharing his profile with us, and we'll be displaying his profile for us to see in a bit. But because of time, because I want us to just delve into the topic. So introducing Mr. Esmeal Sheriff. Mr. Esmeal Sheriff is a seasoned project management professional with over a decade of experience across diverse industries, including information technology, manufacturing, construction, and banking. He holds a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and a master's degree in project management. His credentials also include the PMP, CAPM, a certificate in construction management, and Scrum Master certified. He is also the founder and owner of Execulant Consultancy, LLC, a Minneapolis-based consulting firm that provides expert services in project management, business development, and professional skills training. Through Execulant Consultancy, Esmeal has worked with numerous local businesses and non-profit organizations, continuously initiating value-driven projects that support and strengthen business community. Mr. Esmeal, we are super excited to have you with us, and we can't wait to hear from your wealth of experience. So if you're joining us or you're just joining us, please, like I said, avoid any form of distraction as we give the floor to Mr. Esmeal. I wish this was a physical event. I would have said, let's give Mr. Esmeal a standing round of applause, but it's actually virtual. Mr. Esmeal, the floor is yours. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. King Ovie. I appreciate you. I also want to take this time to appreciate everyone who is on this webinar today. I appreciate you taking your personal time to be here. I also want to appreciate KilSah Consulting for the opportunity to present this webinar, as well as the team with the digital skills, youth power, and also the big elephant, the EU, European Union. Thanks all you guys for this opportunity. And I hope after this presentation, you guys will leave with something very valuable that you can take back and be successful, whether in your business or professional goals. Without further ado, we'll just jump right into it. But before we jump right into it, I would like everyone who's on this webinar to take at least 30 seconds to do 2 surveys. One is going to ask whether you have a lot of experience in project management, or you have some experience in project management, or currently acquiring some project management education and training, or you are new to project management community and you want to learn more. As well as the second survey is to reflect on your business goals. Are you a business owner? Do you have a business idea and thinking about starting one? Or are you currently keeping your option open? So please take about 30 seconds. The pool is going to pop up on the screen. Please take about 30 seconds and select the category that you fall in. Thank you. All right, how's that going? Everyone got a response in? Let's look at the chat. All right, if everyone got that response in, we can go ahead and display the results. Can we please display the results? All right, so while we're waiting for the results to be displayed, we are just going to move on with the presentation. So, okay. All right, so what to expect today? Can all you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you please confirm if you can hear me?
Yes, we can.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. What to expect today? So, key highlights. Today we will explore project management and business development life cycles. We will explore project management processes. We'll also explore the concept and tools for starting your business using scope management, schedule management, budget management, resource management, and stakeholder management. So in addition to exploring these PM concepts and tools to grow your small business, we're also going to explore, we're also going to use illustration to show you how these tools work. For scope management, we are going to explore the work breakdown structure. For schedule management, we are going to talk about the Gantt chart. And for budget management, we are going to talk about financial plan. For resource management, we are going to explore the RISI chart. And for stakeholder management, we are going to explore the stakeholder register. So, in order to understand, to get the full value of this presentation, we have to first understand and compare project management and business development. So what is project management? Project management is a management process used to achieve specific business goals through planning, organizing, and managing a series of activities within an established time frame, budget, or scope. While business development is the process of identifying your strategic approach, developing and implementing strategies to grow your business by reaching your target audience, generating revenue, and increasing profit. May I please pause for a second, and the quiz keep popping up on the screen. Can we please disable that? And also, there's a noise in the background. It's quite it's not helping. So if anyone who is around that person who's making a noise, could they please mute their phone? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Just want to be able to deliver the value that you deserve. Thank you. All right. Moving on now. So now we explore the project management and business development. And
Mr. Ishmael, you're muted.
all right, sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I was talking about project management and business development life cycle. So project management life cycle is a process, a framework that guides the project from beginning to completion. While business life cycle, the different stages a business go through from inception to maturity and potentially decline. So let's look at the reasons that a project is initiated. The reasons could be a new product or services that is being put to the market, emerging market demand, expansion or seizing new opportunities, problem resolution, supporting strategic goals, and establishing a business case. So I underline business case because that's going to be a baseline context of our conversation today. Everything, whether it's a project, it's a business, it starts with a business case. So why is business established? To solve problem, to fill a market gap, to leverage new opportunities or trend, for financial independence, to be your own boss, and to increase wealth. So this is a visual illustration of a comparison between a project management life cycle and a business development life cycle. As you can see on the project management, you have planning, you have initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. As well as the business life cycle, you have the development stage, the startup stage, the growth stage, maturity stage, and the decline stage. So in each one of these stages of the project management life cycle, what really happened? So this table is to give you a visual illustration of what happened in each one of these stages of the project management life cycle. Take for instance, in the initiating stage, this is when the idea of the project is initiated and the business case, again, business case is developed. High-level goals are established. Feasibility studies are conducted to ensure that the project is worth the investment. Key stakeholders are identified and the project charter is created and approved. During the planning stage, this is where the team really plan the project into detail. They break down bigger tasks into smaller manageable tasks. And then also the project plan includes the scope, the timeline, the budget, resources, risk quality, procurement, communication, and stakeholder. During the executing phase, this is when the team actually implement the project and manage the scope, timeline, and resources. They also engage with stakeholders and manage their expectations, and they work to achieve the project goals. And during the monitoring and controlling stage, this is when the project team track activities and measure progress and performance. They manage changes and utilize adaptability approach. They make strategic decisions and update project document. And then finally, in the project management life cycle, during the closing phase, is when the project is completed, deliverable are accepted by the customer or users. The team gather to retrospect and collect lessons learned. Resources are released, and then in some cases, maintenance. So that was the project management life cycle. Let's see how the project management life cycle aligns with the business development life cycle. During the seed and development stage of the business development, this is when the idea is formed and validated. excuse me, my glasses is not working right now. This is when the idea is formed and validated. Market research is performed just as the project management lifecycle where feasibility studies is performed. During the seed and development stage of the business development lifecycle, market research is performed. Target audience I identify and concepts I develop. And then during the startup stage is when you really want to legalize your business, right? Make sure you are in compliance with the state or the government regulation. And you also want to purchase inventory, maybe produce your first product or prototype, introduce your product or service to the market, and start setting up your systems. During the growth stage is when you actually put your plan to action. You implement your marketing strategy to scale up. You seek customer support and feedback, adjusting to changes, and you also consider some innovative approach. And during the maturity stage is when you are consistently delivering your product and services to your customer. You have a steady cash flow system, efficient and effective use of your resources, and you manage the market changes effectively. And during the decline stage is when product discontinue or service outdated, transition to a new venture or market. It may be your acquisition or merger or market or industry shift. And we have seen in the past decades how we are seeing products come on the market, and sometimes, and today, those products are not available in the market anymore. So that was a decline phase of those products. So growing your business. So a business plan serves as a strategic roadmap for your business purpose. It outlines the goals, it identifies your target customers, it addresses the market problem, also explain how to meet your customers' need. A solid business plan consists of an executive summary, company description, industry and market analysis, organization management, product and services, market and sales strategy, operational plan, and financial plan. Now, looking at project management. Project management traditionally involves 49 processes, and these processes are spread across 5 process groups and 10 knowledge areas. We are not going to discuss all 10 knowledge areas today, even though all 10 knowledge areas provide tools and concepts to help start and grow your business. We are only going to focus on scope management, schedule management, budget management, resource management, and stakeholder management. Without further ado, we are going to jump right into the real stuff. So let's look at using scope management in business development. And the tool we are going to be exploring today is the work breakdown structure. So what is scope management? Scope management involves defining what your project is going to produce. It also involves defining what work is needed to get the project done and what is excluded from the project. Now, the key processes in scope management is plan scope management, collect requirements, define scope, and create work breakdown structure. Now, if you are starting a business and you're using scope management as a concept or tool to help you grow your business, you want to consider 2 types of scope. One of them is product scope. Product scope specifies the feature and function, guiding design, managing expectation, ensuring quality. The significance of a product scope, it clarifies what needs to be built. Example, electric bikes, multi-purpose furniture, air fryer, and coffee machine. Those are all products. And prior to this products being designed, there was a product scope. And then the second type of scope is a service scope. Define the service a business offer, including delivery method and limitations. The significance, it prevents overextension, it aids resources, prevent overextension, aid resources. Example, IT help desk, car servicing, cleaning service. So let's put this in context, right? If you go to a car garage to get your car repaired and you ask the guy to fix your brakes, right? He's offering a brake service or brake repair service. If you come back and say, oh, I want you to change my tire, that request is out of the service scope. So this is why as a business owner, is very important that if you are designing your product and services, you make sure you define your scope and your services very well. So Work breakdown structure is the tool that we're going to be exploring today. So what is work breakdown structure? It's a simple process of decomposing big tasks into manageable tasks. What that says is that if you have a big task and you want to break them down into small components so you have a better idea on what you're working on, this is what the work breakdown structure is for. So marketing strategy is a part of the business plan that outlines how to reach target customers and deliver product and services. The importance of work breakdown structure in the marketing is it helps define marketing goals, allocate resources, estimate time and cost, and measure progress. So here's an illustration of a work breakdown structure for a marketing campaign. So these tasks that you see up here in the kind of like a dark blue are your big tasks: market research, traditional marketing, digital marketing, branding. These tasks that you see down here in the light blue, those are the tasks that this big task was broken down into in order for it to be better managed. Now, looking at this work breakdown structure, you are able to assign resources. You are able to estimate how much time you need to perform each one of these tasks. You are also able to estimate the cost, and it also gave you the opportunity to track as you go along. Now, two, we're going to explore schedule management in business development. And the tool we're going to explore is milestone activities and milestone schedule. So schedule management, what is schedule management? Schedule management involves planning, developing, managing, and controlling timeline to ensure timely completion of activities. The key processes include planning schedule management, define activities, sequence activities, estimate duration, and developing the schedule. A detailed schedule outlines activities, start and finish date, milestone, critical path, and resource allocation. Now, if you are growing your business and you decide to use schedule management or add some type of time frame to your goals, there are two goals you are specifically concerned about. One is your business strategic goal. So your strategic goal is a long-term objective aligning with your business vision. That's where you see yourself 10, 15, 20 years from now. And then the business objective, these are specific, measurable, short-term goals that guide your team, align decisions, track progress, and enhance efficiency. So these are goals that are like maybe 1 year or 2 years from now, right? These are goals that keep you on your toes and keep you busy. Both project management and business framework utilize activities, milestones, and critical path to achieve their goals. The significance of schedule management to add a sense of urgency to your business development activities by creating timeline for coordinating, implementing, and meeting each business goals that contribute to overall success. Now, we're going to take a look at a sample project. This is a project where a group of people aim to launch a new product on the market. The key objective is creating quality product for customer enjoyment and developing a website for sales and instructional videos. Activities and milestones will be outlined in the Gantt chart. So before I show you the Gantt chart, this is the milestone. So on your right or your left, wherever you are, you have 4 milestones, which is product design complete, mass production, operation and packaging, acquire and install user interface, product officially on the market. And then on the left side, where you have activities, those are the activities that needs to be performed in order to meet each and every one of these milestones. And then right in the middle of it, you have the timeline. These are the durations that is going to take each activities to be performed in order to meet the project schedule. I'm not going to go through every one of them, but as you can see, the first one say define product scope. There's a 14 days. And the last one is finalize design. It's 14 days. And then for the mass production, we have acquire resource and train production crew for the 6 days. For the acquire and install user interface, they have upload product inventory and upload product inventory on website. So I would just pause right here to share with you guys what it looks like on the actual Gantt chart. So this is the Gantt chart. This is what the schedule look like. Assuming all of this project initiation phase is completed, there is 100%. The team have already developed a business case. They have already performed a feasibility statement. They already performed a feasibility studies. They have identified the stakeholders. They have developed charter, approve it, and now the project is on. So everything that you see on that milestone schedule is right here in this Gantt chart. So there's like a breakdown of what each task will look like on the Gantt chart. As you can see, the Gantt chart have the activities, the tax owner, the start, the finish date, the duration, and the percentage complete. All right, I'm going to move now to the presentation. If you have any questions, please write them down. Write them down. We're going to try to move through these slides real quick to give you guys more time to ask questions. So now, things to consider when scheduling your business goals and objectives. Milestone. You have to clearly define your milestone. You have to establish what success looks like when you meet this milestone. Example would be having a digital presence for your business or your first successful partnership. Like right now, I'm doing this presentation and I consider this a milestone in my business growth because it's my first successful partnership with KilSah Consulting. So this is a milestone in my business growth that has already been clearly defined in my business plan to establish strategic partnership. Or maybe your first product on the market. Activities. You have to describe your activities in brief phrases, not too long sentences, just brief phrases that align with the milestone. Critical tasks. Identify long duration and essential critical tasks for advancing business development. Critical tasks are basically tasks that if it's not performed, your business is not going to leave the stage that it's at. Example, registering your business and being fully compliant with the state law. Timeline. You have to assign a start and end date to each activity, creating urgency and facilitating progress tracking. Budget. Establish a budget to understand costs and monitor spending during business development process. So these are the things that you consider if you're scheduling your business goals and objectives. We now move to number 3, using budget management in business development. And we are going to be exploring the business financial tool, which is my favorite. So budget management involves planning, estimating, dispersing, and managing project finance to stay within budget. Key processes include cost management planning, cost estimation, budget determination, and budget control. A business financial plan is a part of the business plan, overall business plan, focusing on the financial aspects, utilizing cash flow projection to identify funding needs. Cash flow projection, on the other hand, is another business tool used to estimate cash flow and monitor actual spending against planned budget. Now, if you are managing your business finance, you are more concerned with 2 types of budget. One is a planned budget and one is your actual budget. The planned budget is the estimated budget developed during the planning phase. The actual budget is the real expenditure that you identify during the execution of your project or business. The significance of budget management. Effective cash flow management is crucial for business success. Unlike projects where funds are pre-approved, business development may require funding from various sources like bank loans, angel investors, grants, family, or personal savings. Making solid financial plan is essential to all business sizes. Now, here's my favorite business tool, which is the business financial plan. And today we are going to explore a salon business, right? So for those of you guys who want to open a salon business, this is, your tip right here. So I'm not going to go through each and everything. However, let's look at lease, salon rental and lease. The plan cost was $5,000 per month, but due to the ideal location that the business owner want to set a business, the cost was $6,500. So in this mindset, the business owner decided, okay, I want to position my business in this location because of the traffic and the value customer. So I'm going to pay that $6,500, $1,500 above the original plan. Now let's look at business insurance, right? The estimated plan insurance per year is $1,500. The actual cost is $1,500 because it's a market rate, and the market rate is not negotiable. Let's look at internet, right? It was estimated to be $100 per month, but the business owner got a better deal with another company, and now they're paying $75 a month. So that reduced the cost. Now, putting all that together, the actual plan cost for this salon business project is $57,100. After the business owner has implemented all of these tax, and now the actual cost is $39,000, saving about $18,100, about 32% on the plan cost. Now, the importance of having this tool is because they help you to analyze how much money you are investing in your business. They also help you to track whether you are wasting too much money, or it helps you to make the right decision on where to allocate funds. Things to consider when estimating your cash flow. Key guidelines for business success. Realistic goals. Make sure your goals are realistic. Prioritize the critical items first, and the non-critical items, you can prioritize those later. Be accurate. Accuracy. Sometimes when you are starting your business, you don't have much information off the gate. But try your best to be as accurate as possible, because the more you are accurate, the better it is that you can make informed decisions. And how can you be accurate? Conduct research, conduct market research to make informed financial planning. And then save. Try to spend on less, like we saw in our business, salon business financial plan. She estimated, let's use another example. She estimated $8,000 to purchase supplies. But look, she said that she want to start small, and I got her feedback, and she would purchase more supply. So she went with $4,000 at the start. So try to save as much as you can, and then adjust. Be flexible and modify your financial plan as your business change. Monitor and track. Regularly track your cash flow to make informed business decisions. Am I spending too much? Am I spending less? Those are things that you have to track. Now, we are to number 4. We are moving very fast. Excuse me. Using resource management in business development. And we're going to explore the resource chart and also an operational plan. So, resource management overview. Resource management involves planning, allocating, managing, and controlling resources like labor, material, tools, and equipment. Key processes include planning, estimating, acquiring, developing, managing, and controlling your resources. The benefit of effective resource management is that it prevents shortage and over-allocation. It enhances productivity and team performance. It keeps project on schedule and within budget, ensures quality delivery and consistent workflow. Resource allocation is the process of assigning the appropriate resource to the project activities. Now, how is that significant to business management or business development? Running a successful business operation requires effective use of human resource, labor, tool, equipment, and materials. Resource planning, resource allocation, and resource scheduling play a critical role in running your day-to-day operation. So this is our resource chart. So resource chart is our responsibility metrics that identify who is responsible, accountable for delivering specific tasks on a project. It also identifies who to consult for decision-making and who to inform about the progress and any constraints or completion. So let's look at a few things here, right? We're not going to discuss all because of time, but let's look at legalize the business, right? Who's responsible? Obviously, it's the business owner. Who's accountable is the business owner. Who to consult the regional business office or registry. And who's to inform the team, or if they have any partners, they could inform the partner that the business is now legal. Let's look at brand. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry about that. Let's look at branding and marketing and website development. Who's responsible? Let's say the team decide to contract the marketing activities to an influencer or a marketing specialist. So we'll call that a marketing contractor. Who's accountable? Let's say the team already have a marketing lead that is internal, but the marketing lead decided to outsource the marketing project to the marketing contractor. And who's to consult? The store manager, because the store manager is aware of the inventory. The store manager is aware of the type of fashion design that is in the store. So the store manager is able to provide valuable information to both the marketing lead and the marketing contractor so that they can be able to develop a great marketing strategy. And who to inform? The business owner. Obviously, the business owner wants to know what's going on in his or her business. And now let's look at design store interior right there. So who's responsible? The interior design contractor. Who's accountable? The store management. The store management is accountable because they are the one who's going to be operating that space. Who's to consult? The architect or construction contractor, and who's to inform the business owner. So RACIS chart kind of like help you to identify who's responsible, who's accountable, who's to consult, and who's to inform when you are working on your critical tasks for your business. Now let's look at the resource management, implementing operational plan. This is actually my favorite because just to let you guys know, I used to work in a restaurant before when my freshman year in college, and I started as a dishwasher. And from the dishwasher, I went to a cook. I was cooking. And then from the cook, I went to a server. I was working in front of the house. So this operational plan is not the exact operational plan that we used during that time, but however, it closely related to everything that we did in our restaurant. So let's look at the workflow. Food prep and staging, right? Labor resource is the kitchen staff. The tool is the recipe and the ingredients tracking sheet. Equipment, cooler, refrigerator, staging tables, or kitchen utensils, materials, storage bags, or container. And that schedule is Monday to Friday, right? Let's look at the prepare food. The labor resource is the chef. The tool is recipes and cooking utensils. The equipment, microwave, oven, grill, cooking or steamer, materials, ingredients, and also Monday to Friday is their schedule. Let's look at coordinate restaurant activities. The labor resource is the restaurant supervisor. The tool is the daily schedule and checklist. Equipment, maybe they have a tablet or a computer. Maybe your material is not necessary and it also work Monday to Friday. So this operational plan helps you to identify what labor resources that is aligned with the workflow, with the activities in the workflow of the operation, what tool is required, what equipment is required, material, and obviously, what is the time. And now we're going to touch on our very last knowledge area for this presentation, which is stakeholder management. And the tool we are going to be exploring is the stakeholder register. So stakeholder management involves identifying and managing individuals or group affected by or influencing the project, including analyzing and managing their expectations. Key processes include identify stakeholder, plan engagement, manage engagement, monitor engagement. Business stakeholders are individuals or group interested in or able to influence your business growth. The significance, the significance of stakeholder engagement. Growing business requires different types of engagement with individuals, business, and an entity. Effective stakeholder management is crucial for business growth, fostering trust, collaboration, repetition, and potentially revenue increase. Business stakeholders vary by type, industry, product, or service. The first step to identifying stakeholders and understand the first step is to identify your stakeholders and understand their influence on your business. These are the list of some business stakeholders you will encounter in your business journey. Customer and clients, business owners or funders, team members, partners or collaborators, investors, vendors, supplier, business coach, consultant, local, state, or government office team. Now let's put that in a visual context and see how the stakeholder register for a cleaning business can help you grow your business. Stakeholder register, a tool used to identify our stakeholders and their details. It helped the project identify stakeholders' type, role, interest, power, influence, and expectations regarding the project. Other category of stakeholders include supportive, neutral, resistant, unaware, or leading. Now, this is a stakeholder register for a cleaning business, right? So we have the stakeholder names, which is the business registry, and the stakeholder type is the government, right? They regulate, the business rules and laws. Yet they obviously have a high power and a high influence, and their only interest is compliance. Let's look at business partner one. He's a supplier. He have a very high power and a medium influence because you may have other suppliers who you can go to. So his influence on your business is not that high because you have different options. And his interest is material sales. Let's look at Hilton Hotel, right? It's a commercial client. Medium power, high influence. And their interest is cleaning service because you own a cleaning business. They may have a high influence because they are like a 5-star hotel, but they also have a medium power because they are just a client. You can move on to a next hotel and get another client. Let's look at the team, right? Stakeholder type are the cleaners. They have a very high power and a high influence, and their interest is compensation and job security. So this is a stakeholder register that can actually help you to grow any type of business if you are able to identify your stakeholders, their power, their influence, and their interests. So managing stakeholders, what you need to know. Another tool is called the Power Interest Grid. Power Interest Grid, which I'm not going to show you, but you can go ahead and do your own research on your own time. It's a visual tool for managing stakeholders by categorizing them based on their power and interest level. High power, high interest, you have to manage those stakeholders closely. High power, low interest, you have to keep satisfied. High power, low power, high interest, you have to inform them. And low power and low interest, you just monitor them. After identifying stakeholders, develop a stakeholder engagement plan that outlines how you're going to manage those relationships based on their interests and influence. Engagement activities may include going to networking events, because that's when you get to meet some partners and you get to talk to them. That's engaging stakeholders. Reviewing client proposal. That's also a form of engaging stakeholders by managing relationships. Team management. Whole lot of stakeholders management goes into that. Supplier research or client feedback. If you're soliciting feedback from your clients based on your product and services, you are doing some form of stakeholder engagement in your business. Additionally, managing stakeholder expectation is crucial to their influence. Managing stakeholder expectation is crucial as their influence can change over time. So a stakeholder may have a low power and low influence at the beginning of your business development stage, but as times go by, you may do something that may entice them to increase their interest. In that situation, you have to shift and adjust because now you have to manage a new expectation within your stakeholder engagement. So definitely you have to monitor them very closely. Continuously monitoring is necessary for maintaining healthy relationship and enhancing business efficiency. Now, bringing it all together. This is a visual outlook of how they align. On your left, you have business development, which is the C in development, startup stage, growth, maturity, and decline. And on your right, you have project management. As you can see, doing the C in development stage is the same as the initiation stage of the project management lifecycle. During the startup stage, you are doing some planning and some execution because you have to register your business, maybe set up your, your social media, maybe print your flyer. So yes, you are doing a little bit of execution, not just planning. During the growth stage, you are executing and monitoring because during the growth stage, you are putting your plan to action, but then you are also monitoring progress to see how well you are doing and if you need to shift, adjust based on the market trend. And then during the maturity stage of the business life cycle, again, you are monitoring. You are monitoring for efficiency. You are monitoring for new business opportunity. You are monitoring for new innovative ideas that you can explore to take your business to the next level. And then during the decline stage of your business, it's practically aligned with the closing stage of the project management. So additional PM2 and processes, there are several project management tools and techniques that enhance your business development. We didn't touch all, we only touched 5 knowledge areas, but then we also have integration management, communication management, procurement management, quality management, and risk management. In order to be able to select the appropriate tool, the appropriate project management tool to help grow your business, you have to have some form of project management knowledge, at least. So these are some common tools and resources. Google Workspace, there is Google Sheets. You can explore the Google templates. Microsoft Project is a product of Microsoft Office. Microsoft Excel is also a product of Microsoft Office that can be used to manage your business project. And then you could also purchase a software, Monday.com, Smartsheet, which is one of my favorites, Slack, which is also one of my favorite, ClickUp, which is also one of my favorite, and Zoho Project, which I haven't really explored yet, but I hear is very great. So you have the option to either create your own workspace using Google or Microsoft, or you can purchase a software that will give you each one of these tools to help grow your business. Now, agile approach to business development. So Agile is a project management methodology that explores an adaptable approach for planning and managing work, primarily in software and product development as well as process improvement. Agile project management includes working with cross-functional team, iterative cycles, flexible planning, acceptance to customer feedback, openness to change, incremental delivery, and collaboration and transparency. These are the common framework that you will find within the Agile approach: Scrum, Kanban, Lean, Safe, and XP programming. There's the Agile Manifesto. If you have time, try to research the Agile Manifesto. I will touch on 2. Agile Manifesto, they prefer individual and interaction over process and tool, and they also prefer customer collaboration over contract negotiation. And then obviously working software over comprehensive documentation and responding to change over following a plan. Now, let's look at Agile and traditional approach to project management. I hope you guys, if you guys are not aware, there are 3 approaches to project management. There is an Agile approach, there is a traditional approach, and there is a hybrid approach, which include both Agile and traditional method. So most business development strategy will follow a waterfall traditional method because of the short and long-term planning. However, an Agile approach is suitable for product development, which require innovative work, consistent customer feedback, and incremental delivery. Examples include website development, custom designs, prototype, software systems, rollout, and process improvement. So why the overall business development process may use the waterfall approach? Agile method can be applied to a specific phase, such as the product design phase, the product design and development phase, while the marketing campaign may follow a traditional approach. So yes, you are able to use both approach within your business development. You just need to know which stage of your business development, you need to incorporate an agile approach, and reach stage of that business development life cycle, you need to incorporate your traditional approach. But predominantly, your entire business life cycle will probably follow a waterfall traditional method. Now, takeaways. Being an entrepreneur involves risk-taking, organization, and effective decision-making while managing your finances, teams, and resources to achieve business goals. This is my life right there. Everything I just stated in this paragraph is my life. The project management framework offers tools to support business development by encouraging strategic planning, mitigating risks, defining clear objectives, supporting innovation, maximizing resources, enhancing engagement and collaboration, and measuring progress. So, thank you very much for taking your time to listen to this presentation. I hope you are able to acquire some value and you can take back and into your business or project and be more effective in delivering your goals. I am looking for followers, so please scan the QR code and follow me on Threads, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. We have about 45 participants on this webinar, so there should be no reason why when I look at my Instagram or Facebook by tomorrow, there should be no reason why I shouldn't have an increase in followers. And for now, I'm going to pause. If you have more questions, if you need more resources, please go to Executive Consultancy. I have a publication hub where you can read blogs about project management and business development. And you can also access some of my free training presentation. So for now, I'm going to stop right here. And if there is any questions, I'm going to pass it over to the moderator. Thank you, Ovi.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Esmeal, for doing justice to that topic. Before we go to Q&A, we got some people who just joined the conversation, and we would love to reintroduce the DigiSkill project to them. So if you're just joining us, we want to say welcome to the session. Like we said before we go over to the Q&A, we just want us to know that the DigiSkill offer is designed to give people real digital skills, just as we just had now, and 72 online webinars over 3 years, with a goal of reaching 1,440 participants. Another thing we offer is that there are online discussions and conversations, and this is just to help to connect young people and exchanging ideas. There are practical trainings, to help you in the real world, and also opportunities for networking and collaboration. So these are the numerous offerings that we actually enjoy from our DigiSkill webinar. So welcome once again. So before going into Q&A, we just want to have some little energy. So can we just have some emojis? Let's just, Brenda has given me an emoji. That's number one. Can we just have more energies? Kende Bukola. Chris. Fantastic. So please get your questions ready. We'll be using the chat box. So Mr. Esmeal will be going to the chat box for some of our questions. Thanks for, I can see you waving. All right. KSR Foods. Thank you. Diva. Thank you. All right. Thank you. So let's just move quickly to the Q&A quickly. I'll hand over so we can drop our questions at the chat box, and Mr. Esmeal will actually do justice to that. So let's just start dropping our questions on the chat box. Okay, I'm going to read out one here. Mr. Esmeal, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to read one question here from one of our participants. It says, what are some effective strategies for managing stakeholder expectations and communication across multiple projects within a program? I take that again. What are some effective strategies for managing stakeholder expectations and communication across multiple projects within a program?
Very great question. So, few things that I see in that question. One of them is program. So, please understand that program management is different from project management. Project management, when you are managing project, you are probably managing one or two projects with distinct results, different stakeholders, different expectations. If you are managing a program, you have multiple projects within that program. And those multiple projects share resources. And they also share common risks and constraints. So if you are managing stakeholders across a program, the first thing you have to do is that you have to gather your project managers, make sure all your project managers are aware of who their stakeholders are. And then you gave your project manager some form of standardization for communication. How do you want communication to play its role? Because each stakeholders within that program may have different expectations in different projects. So it's a great question, but to really narrow it down, you first have to look at it from a program point of view, and then you have to identify each project that within that program, the type of resources, tools, and organization assets that is being used to help manage that program. And then each project within that program have stakeholders that you have to manage. So managing stakeholders' expectation across an entire program may vary, right? Because again, programs involve multiple projects. Now, if all the projects are the same, for instance, if all the projects are manufacturing projects where you are dealing with maybe your customers and your stakeholders are retail stores that you have to manufacture and supply, different retail stores, right? Different retail stores, but they all are retail. Now you are able to say, okay, each one of these stakeholders, they are common, right? They have the same priorities, they have the same service. So now you are able to standardize, you are able to take that expectation and make that into one. There may be some variances where maybe this store want their product to be delivered on Tuesday, and then this store want their products to be delivered on Sunday, or this store want their product to be packaged, or this store doesn't want their product to be packaged. They're going to package it themselves. You know, there are different expectations, but the simple fact that they all are retail store kind of create a common expectation. So if you're looking at it from a program point of view, it's not complex. It's just more broad, and it just requires you sitting with your team and identifying each project within that program, and also identifying each stakeholders and their expectation, and developing an engagement plan. And if that engagement plan is applicable across the entire board, then you are lucky.
Right. Okay, thank you, Mr. Esmeal. So I'll just move on to the second question quickly because for our time. How can program managers balance the need for standardization and consistency across projects with the need for flexibility and adaptability to address unique project requirements? I take that again. How can program managers balance the need for standardization and consistency across projects with the need for flexibility and adaptability to address unique project requirements?
Okay, so I'm hearing adaptability, I'm hearing standard, I'm hearing consistency, I'm hearing flexibility, right? So when you are working in an adaptability environment, basically that's your standard. Your standard is you adapt and you go. You adapt to customer feedback. You adapt to stakeholder changes, right? If you are working in a standard environment, you have a standard process that your project go through from the initiation stage to the completion of the project. And these standards will probably be policies. It will be the tools that you use in-house. It could be, project sizing or metrics system. So that's two distinct point of view. Now, bringing them together and creating that flexibility will require you to basically collaborate with your team. It requires you to bring your team together and thoroughly analyzing the project scopes, what is required to be delivered, what approach you are going to use, and how the team is going to work and collaborate to deliver that project goal. Take, for instance, there is a construction project, right? A construction project would definitely take a traditional approach because construction project is known to be planned in the future. However, part of that construction project require you to install a software within the building that is going to track temperature, right? It's going to track temperature, and it's going to adjust the temperature according to, the weather outside, and according to, how many humans is in the building, some stuff like that, right? So that piece right there within the construction project now carry an adaptability approach because it's a software development process. You have to go through testing, you have to go through iterations, you have to go through increments. However, within that is being done within a traditional project approach, which is the entire construction project. So when it comes to creating flexibility, it's all about just understanding your project scope, understanding your program scope. Now, remember, program comprises of multiple projects. So if you're talking program, you're talking about maybe 5 to 6. When I was managing program at a manufacturer, I was managing about 15 to 20 projects in my program. They were all retail customers. So it was easy to manage those customers, just that each customer had different macro expectation. So at the end of the day, there is no one-man hero on a project, and project is not performed in vacuum. Get with your team, organize your team, analyze your scope, each and every project, analyze your scope and develop a process. If you have an internal process already within your organization, try to identify if that project aligns with the approach that you are taking on your project within that program, right? If you don't have a standard approach to project management, then get with your team and figure out how can we use tools like Excel or Google Workspace to develop a good tool that's going to help us manage our projects within the program.
Thank you so much. I would just like to take two or three more questions because of our time, and we'll do this real quick. We have an interesting question here. It says, what are some common mistakes a person should avoid when writing a business plan? So I think we have, let's say, 3 more questions, but I trust we could just do this quickly.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Okay. So, would you want to go with this one? What are some common mistakes a person should avoid when writing a business plan? Let's just give a quick answer, then I run through.
I will give you about 3 mistakes. First mistake, right? Most people will draft the executive summary at the start of the business plan. The executive summary is supposed to be the last thing you draft at the business plan. It's like a conclusion of everything you have drafted within your business plan. Another thing, again, is the financial projection. Remember, you need money to start business, right? So if you are going to do a financial projection, you need to be as accurate as possible. If you project or estimate a cost that is not realistic, it's going to come back and hit you when you go into implementation. And then the last one is marketing. Most people in this generation, especially this new age, focus on Instagram, focus on Facebook, digital marketing. But the reality is traditional marketing still exists, and traditional marketing is still one of the powerful kind of marketing to drive any business success. So again, executive summary shouldn't be the first thing you write. Make sure you are as accurate as possible on your financial projection, and do not just consider digital marketing. Consider other forms of marketing to help grow your business and diversify your approach.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Esmeal. So I'll just take this remaining 2 last questions for the day. How does foresight influence a business financial plan? I take that again. How does foresight influence a business financial plan?
Did you say foresight? Did you say foresight?
Yeah, foresight. Yeah, foresight. Yeah.
Okay, like foresee, to foresee something?
Foresee, yeah, okay. Exactly. Foresee,
and then how's the next word after that?
Okay, it says, how does foresight influence a business financial plan? How does
Influence, right?
foresight and influence the
Influence, yeah,
yeah.
of course. So great questions. So as an entrepreneur, you have to be versatile, right? What makes us entrepreneur is that we are able to identify problems in the market, identify new opportunity better than any other person, right? That's what makes us entrepreneurs. So you have to be versatile. And yes, you have to be, you have to think, because number one, you are competing with other people in the market. And every day there's a new entrepreneur that is hitting the market with the same product that you are selling, or maybe a better product. So you have to be able to think ahead of your competitors, think ahead of time, and all falls into being innovative. So putting foresight and influence together, the right word I'm going to use is you have to be innovative. You have to be innovative. So yes, so definitely being innovative and thinking ahead of time gave you an edge. It gave you a competitive edge, and it put you in the right position to be able to acquire the market share that you need in the business success. So yes, definitely it influenced your business success, thinking ahead of time.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ishmael. So many questions coming in, but I'm sorry, I just have to take this last one.
Yes, no problem.
Because of our time.
I can take more, but it's your clock, so.
Yeah, we are sure of that. So I'll just take this last one. It's an interesting question for all. How can small business owners or startup embrace the very basic level of project management without feeling overwhelmed or complicated in their day-to-day running of the business? So I think what this person is trying to say is, you are a small business owner, right? So how can we embrace basic level of project management without making it feel overwhelming or complicated?
Yes. Keep it simple. Don't do too much. Keep it very simple. First of all, you have to research a tool. You have to research, use ChatGPT, Google, or Copilot, or whatever search engine that that you are used to. Use them and just kind of research what are some basic project management tools. For instance, if you're running a marketing campaign, you say, hey, I need ChatGPT gave me or tell me a project management tool that I can use to track my marketing activities or to plan my marketing activities. As for me, I like the work breakdown structure that we discussed in our presentation, because the work breakdown structure gave me an idea of each task and how I can allocate resources, estimate time, and budget. So I mean, you just have to do your research. It's the best answer I can give you. Do your research. Talk to people, reach out to other project professionals in your community, at your school, and talk to them. You are welcome to reach out to me anytime if you have any questions regarding project management or anything relating to business development that you're unsure about. My email, my social media is accessible. Just send me a quick chat and I will be glad to respond to you. But use the resource around you. Talk to other professionals, talk to other people in your community who have the knowledge that can help you find those basic tools. And don't do too much. Most people, the reason why they are overwhelmed is because they do too much. They want to track everything, track the critical tasks, track those things that have a high priority. And those that do not have a high priority, you can focus on that later. That right there will help you avoid being overwhelmed.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ishmael. We actually appreciate your presence. Can we get some energy in the room? Just some emojis just to appreciate Mr. Ishmael. Thank you so much. And for some of our friends that are just joining, please note that this DigiSkill webinar is actually implemented with Youth Power. And it's a 3-year initiative co-founded by the European Union, aiming to bridge digital divide and empower young ones like us, to have some of these essential skills. Now, this project provides interactive trainings, as we just heard, hands-on learning experiences, networking opportunities, just to help participants improve their digital literacy, critical reasoning, and make us open to the market. Remember that this project is led by Youth Power, and we appreciate them. And We've been working together with some other partners we have from Portugal, from Germany, in Africa, and we are committed in making digital education more inclusive and impactful. So thank you, our partners. Thank you, DigiSkill. Thank you, Mr. Ishmael, once again. And we trust to have you again to do more justice. I just want to say a big shout out to all our participants who made left their all, made it available just to join this DigiSkill webinar. Thank you so much. Can we get an emoji, like a round of applause emoji for everyone? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So don't forget to, thank you so much. Don't forget to follow KilSah Consulting on all social media platforms, on Instagram, on IG, for more updates on DigiSkill webinar and other programs that they actually do have. So thank you. See you during the next DigiSkill webinar. Thank you and bye, everyone.